Hello and welcome everyone back to Europe. CEVO main action here in the playoffs. I know it has been a while, mainly due to Vexed, having qualified for the major and whatnot. Definitely delayed the brackets, but can't hold that against them. Here they are against Infused. The homeland, the team that shares a homeland with my co-caster here, Metas.
Hello. I had to make that as British as possible, you know.
Hello.
He just introed me basically as a Brit. And yeah, the Infused boys are actually up against it right now, but they have picked up 2 frags, so this retake could be very possible. Make that a 3rd as well, so it's all on Pete's. And I think, as the defuse came in, we did have our beautiful Kevin join the server. But
I knew he was going to ruin it.
It is going to be a pretty comfortable, convincing retake anyway, so Infused pick up the 1st round.
Kevin, which will need to give us the power of X-ray control. Be nice. We'll get it. Real men watch Counter-Strike without X-ray anyways, so just want to put that out there.
True story.
So an assortment of weapons coming out for Infused as... Let's see, I mean, the bomb having gone down, so Vex Gaming not going to force buy, and they're not trying to play any mind games by having planted, and then going for a force buy, which sometimes works and can catch people off guard. Infused should just coast through this round, and, I mean, did kind of go for, I guess they have 2 P90s, which are expensive, but going into the next round where they're going to be up against AKs, I mean, Vex getting that bomb down will have a good shot in the 3rd round.
Yeah, absolutely. Seeing increasingly more teams going for this one, just going for upgraded pistols. P250 is still pretty capable of doing madness. As you saw there, Rollin just getting boosted into the window. It's going to pick up that frag and also turn it into a scout. Tags up Red Snake on short, who has been pretty heavily hurt, so he has to back one away. And Vexed actually, you'd still fancy Infused to pick up this round, but this gives them a real hope of actually taking this one down. This would be brutal for Infused if they lose this.
Yeah, those P90 is, of course, more expensive than the FAMAS that Neil M has. Which is also worth pointing out that Neil M is playing. Who's missing? Because Neil M's normally their coach. I'll figure it out. You can take on with the round.
Alrighty. Well, Vexed with 25 seconds looking to start to push their way on the site. The problem is here, though, that you do have Windansky, who's in Palace, so he's about to encircle the terrorists who are looking to get that bomb planted, and they have got the bomb planted, so all things considered, this round's not over just yet, but Vexed is still in a pretty good position nonetheless. This is going to bolster their buy-up next round. There's the P90 spray downs from Red Snake and Zed. They will get the bomb defused, but Vexed, they pretty much got what they set out to do, not only bomb plant, but also 3 frags on top of that.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very costly round for Infused. And let's see what they'll want to buy into. It's maybe, like, this is going to be weird to say, it's almost better that they lost people, because now, most likely, all 3 of these guys are going to go for rifles. As before, they probably would have been like, alright, we won that round, let's stay on MP7 Scout, which would have not fared quite as well against the AKs, and there would have been less nades had Vex lost that round, but I don't know. Maybe a blessing in disguise is what I'm hinting at here. And it's Aaron who is missing. Or as I like to call him, Aaron.
Aaron, yeah. Americans.
Well, it's from a comedy sketch show. Quite funny.
I must have missed that one then. Is it an American comedy sketch show?
Yeah, it's from Kay and Peele, if you've heard of them.
Nope.
They're pretty funny.
Uncultured Brit, though. That being said,
I'll link you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Into round 3 we go. Vex with the full AKs and grenades. As Hyperion just has a quick peek out of Palace, completely catches Windansky off guard. No one was looking into Palace. There's no smokes or flashes. That's a bit of a strange one, being out in the open like that. Almost inviting yourself to be taken out. And now 2 P90s in this kind of exchange. Like, if you hold the close angles, you're good to go. But if Vex play this one correctly, I mean, this should be a clear-cut round for them. But let's see how it plays out. Red Snake using the smoke to his advantage. He'll just be backing on off. Another smoke is connected into the apps, but Rollin is there. And he's hungry for blood. Spots the player. Gets fragged out from Zed. Pretty crucial frag. And with 35 seconds, the bomb now wrapping its way through the T spawn towards the A site. But still 2 players on the A site from the C team's perspective.
And here's Neil waiting with that P90, waiting for Furlan. Furlan will go down. That's the bomb, and time was already getting pretty low. Beats will get a kill onto Crucial, who was over at CT. He's going to try to take more control of that. Kind of has to hope that his teammate, who is dead, so that didn't work out. He needed to win that 1v1 to pick up the bomb and get it to the site. Instead, they fall apart, just executing too late, and Rowland on the other side of the map. I mean, you would expect Rowland to I guess he was trying to get the opening pick and they were going to go to B because the bomb was still down kind of in the TV room. So then he went down and it shifted to A, but if it was indeed supposed to be at A, like, he should let the A people engage and then try to pick that person rotating in B.
Yeah, it has been a pretty rocky start so far from Vex, and indeed the last couple months has been rocky for them. Ever since Cluj-Napoca, they haven't quite been reaching the same level of form.
Yeah.
Definitely have been slumping, I think it's safe to say, and while this round should be easy pickings, Windansky gets 3 players looking for a fourth. He was tagged there in the head from a P250, I think it was Hypero that landed that, while flashbanged as well, but still, the damage has certainly been done. Furlan with the M4, just trying to do damage, can't get anything. And Infused cruise to a 4-0 lead. Now, I believe this was the choice of Vexed Gaming as well, Mirage.
Yeah, it was.
So this is going to be a little bit worrying for them if this continues.
Yeah, I mean, we always got to keep in mind, Infused obviously looking very good to get the 4-0, but it is still T-side Mirage. I mean, Vexed Gaming still have a lot of time to adjust and try to find maybe the 5-6 rounds that they'll want. And, I mean, maybe even less than that they could get away with going over to the CT side. And, oh, nice leg shot onto Neil M. And you mentioned they're in a slump, and I should mention, this is the lower bracket of CEVO main, which means a team beat Vexed in a best-of-3, which was not expected. I mean, most of us pegging Vexed as the champions here in main.
Absolutely, yeah. You go off the last couple of months, you think, yes. But have not been performing fantastically. That's a beautiful flashbang. Stops the charge, dead in its tracks through ramp. Windansky's right next to Hypero. That's so awkward to watch. And that's a pretty crucial kill as well, because now it allows the Valkyrie player to step up there, and there's Crucial on the site. He gets picked off, Roddy comes in for a frag, Red Snake gets back as CT Boxes does his job, and it regains that player lead. Windansky with another one, and that leaves Roland with his AWP in a 3v1 situation, and he's been picked off. Infused already at 5-0.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And Rallin, who is, or Rallin, whatever. Tomato is what I say to that. But 1 in 5, he's pretty much the star player of the team. And I mean, we saw one round where it hinged on him finding an entry into B, or at least it seemed that way. Like, he goes down in a 1v1 duel. He gets that, maybe they win the round. And he'll have to obviously start getting some kills here. Here comes just a contact B play, it looks like, from Vexed Gaming. Tech 9 armor and some utility. Maybe a set B play, even.
Yeah. They're kind of going for that half buy because they got the round loss coming in, so they'll be able to get the AKs next round regardless. But it seems like Infused know exactly what's about to come at them. This boost is going to be pretty instrumental, I'd imagine. You're typically not going to check that once you rush onto the site, but let's see.
They didn't even check Van.
The problem is, as well, the smoke's down there, which just makes it even worse for the terrorists. Now, a kill has came in. Are they going to know the play on boost? Yes, they will. They convert that into the frag. This is actually suddenly looking pretty good for Vex. 3 kills in as many seconds. 2-on-2 scenario now, and the bomb is about to get planted in the corner, back on the bench side. So, this isn't impossible from Vex, but you look at the raw weaponry from Infused, you'd still fancy them to get this clutch.
Although if Crucial's not looking the right way, he's going to go down without a fight, so Hyper gets that one. They've spotted Windansky coming through the window. Rowland's in a great spot. Windansky, I doubt he's going to expect this when he's trying to deal with Hyper. And yep, exactly. Rowland will take him down. I think Vexed are pretty fortunate. The bomb carrier actually died coming out of apartments, and the bomb went flying, which is dumb and should be removed from the game. But because the bomb went flying, no one went to plant for apartments. If the terrorists set up to plant for apartments, I feel like, was it Red Snake who was on the box? Probably just wins them that round. But instead, he gets peeked further away, and they kill him pretty much instantly.
Yeah, the domino effect of CS continues, absolutely. That one change actually benefited the terrorists, strangely enough. So now with a few close rounds. Oh, Red Snake threw the smoke into the head of Pizza. I was about to say, with a few close rounds, this forces CTs into a force of upgraded pistols with Kevlar. So this effectively is a 2-for-1 round, potentially even a 3-for-1, depending on how the economy looks going through into the next couple rounds. But the fact that Red Snake lands that shot and Neil M's in such a good position to strike, lands the headshot. The only downside is
up on the green line there
for the smoke. Yeah. Only downside is, though, that the weapon didn't drop down, so Neil M wasn't able to pick that up for his team, but still a kill's a kill, 3-on-3 now.
RNG metas. But actually, we've seen quite a bit of it already in just these 6 and now 7 rounds. 3-on-2, Red Snake already found one D. He's trying to make, finds another one actually. That was coming over from Connector. Crucial went down, who was where Red SNK just was, so treading over dangerous ground, and he will fall. So Vex, second round.
I stand corrected. I thought their economy was in a much worse place than this. It's still not fantastic. They're not going to have an open play, but there's plenty of grenades there. M4s as well, so I was off. And this gives Infused a chance to now bounce back. So a smart upgrade in that last round. I thought they went for broke. Instead, though, Vex do have the AWP in Rollins' hands. He didn't have a fantastic spawn, though, so he's not going to be able to quick peek mid. But with a lack of AWPs on the Infused side, that may not matter at all. In actual fact, they give up mid completely. No one's in window, no one's pushed short just yet. This allows Vexed Gaming to just force their way through, and they pick up the first frag as well. So, a bit worrying for Infused in the early stages of round 8 here.
Why exactly does Rowland have the op? Is he the T-side opper for this team, or did he just have a better spawn for middle over Pete's?
Now, he had a pretty poor spawn here. He was right in the middle, so I'm not entirely sure. Maybe Pete's just isn't feeling it right now.
I mean, I will admit to not being the most well-versed on Vexed Gaming, but Pete's, from what I've seen, his opping is pretty on point. Although Rowland is also a pretty quality player. So 5-on-3, looks like it's going to be smooth sailing for Vex through the rest of this round. Pretty limited utility left over on Infused, just the incendiary and the smoke there on Red Snake, but also a gun, armed and dangerous. He takes down Rowland. Neil backing away from the fire, waiting for Grubby to peek off of that first box. And Ferlin into a pretty good spot. They're definitely ready to flank Red Snake. Yep, he'll spot one. Will he expect this? No, he doesn't. Trying to pull out a smoke and make a play, but Pete's is just waiting for him in the window. And that's that. Time is too low. Hearing those footsteps, Neil will get away. Zed actually goes down from Hyper. And one weapon to be saved here from Infused. Maybe. Hyper is close. Will he shatter some dreams? Nope, he will not.
Very close. Of course, Terror's not going to mind that trade-off too much. They can easily buy back in. Infused, on the other hand, have to eco and have one M4 and nothing else really behind it. And Neil M typically so far has been their CT box player. So I'm curious to see if he goes back to that. Yeah, judging by his spawn and where he's looking, I think it's probably going to be quite standard from Infused. 3 players heading towards the A, 1 window, 1 B. Actual fact, that window player for a second, I thought Crucial might be going into underground. Look at all these grenades up in mid, doing so much damage. Red Snake lands the USP, and Vexed Gaming simply were not expecting that. Very nearly just carpet bombed the T's out of existence there. But still, Ferlin is moving in. 2 nice frags there, good spray control. And brings us back into the T's favour, but for a few seconds that was looking dire for Vexed Gaming.
I mean, even still, it's a bit dicey. Pete's, Ferlin, and now Hyper, who just got dinked. You know, it's only going to take probably 5, at most 5 USP shots to take these people down. Ferlin, they know where he is. They know he's on the reverse side of Ticket because that Molotov came out and was just spotted by Wendansky, but it doesn't look like it. Okay, it works out, I guess. Ferlin kills himself on the fire, and Ferlin did beat Wendansky, who only had a P250. And Crucial making a lot of noise out here, so they know exactly where he is. He's picked up the op. Crucial also pretty crazy with the op, so watch out for that. Having saved this round, if he does, is going to be a big deal for Infused.
Yeah, that's really wanting him to keep his hands on that one, especially after the last round eco. They should be able to buy next round. This is a pretty crucial frag right now. Hyper can land this. Oh dear me, that's pretty big. So Hyper takes away the AWP from Infused, and they will still be able to buy back up. But this now forces Crucial into a glass cannon AWP rather than Kevlar and solid nades behind it.
I do wish Crucial would change his name though.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing at times.
Because, you know, you just said crucial kill, because we always say crucial kill, but then his name is Crucial and everyone thinks we're trying to make puns. You know, we're not.
Yeah, I'm just a bad caster though, honestly. I should stop saying crucial kill. It was a big kill.
For a big, yeah, really expand that vocabulary. Use words like big.
A good kill. You know, we've got to get right deep into those. But he has been picked off first though, and that's pretty brutal for Infused. They are falling like flies.
They really are. So Red Snake and Zed left. The bomb's gone down. Vent's broken, so now they know where Red Snake is. He's going to try to flash and peek through that. I like the idea. It doesn't seem like it would have went quite far enough. I don't think he's going to expect Ferlin on the fence. This is a spot that is pretty sick when you've got full map control and can use it like this. Yep, easy kill on a Red Snake. And Zed trying to save over in market.
Now we really are witnessing the problem of being the CT side on really any map, where it's looking fantastic for Infused. Their 5s up, they're cruising. Suddenly your economy gets cracked and things just go from bad to a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
And in this round again, it's going to be like a half buy, so they can get the next round with the round loss bonus coming in. But we have seen Vexed Gaming definitely pull this one back, and now looking good. Seem to have found their form. Mid, for me, does seem to be the issue for Infused. And if they don't plug that up in the next few rounds, this could go horribly, horribly wrong. We could be looking at even a 10-5 half.
All we can see, well, okay, 4-5 save, but they're getting more aggressive here. Nice little flash out by Neil M, and he peeks with that CZ, but player was able to retreat. Dead can maybe gift them the round if he hits some of these 1-digs. Or will they even go that way? That's Pete, who is just waiting for a push, finds Neil M at the top of middle. Prowlin looking for someone who's looking for him, holding the jump spot angle there in B.
Yeah, I can kind of get behind this aggression play in a pistol round. You want to mix it up, try and catch the terrorists off guard. It's all well and good. Can't really fault them for it this round, but what I want to see them do is plug up some of those holes in mid when they do start to have weapons in their
Yeah,
hands.
when they get the rifles back.
Yeah, because Crucial was in window, but the problem is it just gets wrecked through the smoke, and kind of awkward there. The Deagle, not the best weapon to be facing off in a 1 versus 2 scenario. Zed's not going to get anything done, so Vex just keep that economy rolling through. You can start to see that some players really building up the money. Pete's on 13.8k going through into this round, so they can buy up for the next 2-3 rounds here pretty convincingly. So Infused, you've got to start bouncing back right here, right now.
Yeah, and you're saying you want to see them get more aggressive, but it can be pretty hard for teams to do that when you've suddenly lost 6 rounds in a row. You've almost been beaten into submission. You just want to play these passive spots, but what you really need to do is mix it up, do something aggressive. And it doesn't really seem like they're going to be fighting for the mid control too much. They've just put Neil M into the connector, and Red Snake can go up on the catwalk if he needs to. It's Crucial and Wendansky in the A site, and just Zed holding back on B. And from what we're seeing, seems like Vexed Gaming is leaning towards an A-focused strat with these rotations coming back through T-spawn.
Yep, pretty much.
Oh, there's Crucial, though.
That's a pretty good kill as well, because it funnels off the rest of the terrorists into potentially going ramp. They'd really like to have somebody in Palace that can pop flash out, get onto balcony, and have a 2-pronged attack. As you can see, they've got no one in mid, so this is very one-dimensional from Vexed Gaming. And this could start to put a couple of doubts in the back of their mind. Yeah, you can see now Grubby is looking towards mid. They can't afford to execute too soon. They're hoping that one of those CTs starts to wrap himself around through mid or even onto the B side and play the mind games. But now it's going to be very telegraphed indeed as to what's about to happen. It's the Molotovs, the smokes, the flashes, everything lands. Wendansky, though, needed to do better from that position. That could be the big kill that really shifts the focus back into Vexed Gaming's support. All the kills going their way. This just became a catastrophe for Infused. After that first kill, we really fancied them to get their way back on the board again. And that op shot misses from Crucial, and that's going to signify the end of his life, and now it's all on Zed in window. And Vexed Gaming will secure their 7th round, so I really felt that was the round for Infused to win.
At this point, they just need to win any rounds. There's going to be enough money built up on Vexed Gaming to sustain them for the rest of the half pretty much no matter what, so there's no easy path out of this first half for Infused on CT side, which, if you're new to Counter-Strike, is generally the more favored side here on Mirage. Of course, we have seen teams both have solid T sides, but I don't know, another force buy. I wouldn't actually be, I'd be not very surprised if Infused end up winning their round to break the spell on a force buy, because they seem to play a little more loose when they have these pistols and armor.
This is a very good point, yeah. Some of that pressure is alleviated because you're not really expecting that from yourselves. There's not as much pressure there, but Neil M going down first is going to be a difficult task for Infused to retake the site. Again, they seem to go for the Deagles a lot, and other than a couple of sick one-taps, you haven't seen a lot of Deagle kills, and this is normally where I would actually prefer to see the 5-7 or CZ. You can hold those close angles, you can really spray, especially with the CZ, and get yourself a kill.
Yeah, was it Red Snake that was in A ramp? He had one. And I think Wendansky actually would have killed 2 people with that Deagle, but Connector fell really early and he got killed from the terrorist coming up Connector, which was unfortunate because Wendansky maybe could have put something together there. Only him and Crucial getting kills on the round. It's 8-5, Vexed Gaming. They've won the half, but Infused. Double ops coming out on Crucial and Zed. Let's see how they want to use these.
can definitely respect that they're trying to mix things up again. Plus, really, it's only one of the only chances they've had to invest into AWPs because their economy has kind of been up and down. For a lot of Force Buys, for example, a lot of Deagles with Kevlar. And I can understand that on paper, you want to try and get the one picks. The problem is, if you lose those subsequent rounds, it really does hurt your economy overall because you put in consistently like $700 here, $1,000 there into rounds that you're getting nothing out of. And again, what did I say about mid? This just allows Vex to push up super aggressive, and when you're against two warps, this is almost the perfect counterplay. Now, of course, they don't know this, but if trades go their way, this is going to be another comfortable, convincing round. The repeat Windansky had to go for this to make sure that Red Snake wasn't being pushed through jungle. Red Snake goes through, picks up 2 kills, and there was a team kill in there as well from Grubby. That is difficult, to say the least, but Infused somehow come out with that round. I thought I was definitely Vexed to pick up.
Well, TK's help.
They certainly do, yes. I didn't even catch what happened there. I seen it spray through smoke.
Either partially blind or smoke blind. Or just, really upset at his team. I don't know. Double ops now, though, for Vex Gaming. Rallin and Furling to pull those out. It'll just be crucial going back to that single op after they did take some casualties in that last round. And the op was lost. It went by the wayside. Already, though, Pete and Furlan opening it up. There's Crucial trying to answer back. Now Red Snake has opportunity to even up, but doesn't. It's Furlan who then hits another shot. Grubby in the connector, and Furlan with the op. I mean, we've seen pretty much everyone except Pete's op, right? Are Vex in a transition period right now? It appears that they may be.
It's possible, right? Like,
well, in that role, I should say.
Yeah, we were talking before about the slump that they're in, and maybe that's one way of trying to get out of the slump, trying to trial and error. It could also just be a case that Pete doesn't particularly like AWP on T-side of Mirage. It's not unheard of for certain players to be uncomfortable on certain sides. So it will be probably quite telling here if Pete.
I'm uncomfortable on all sides if I have to use an op.
Like, one of the few maps where I do AWP a lot is Inferno CT side. But apart from that, I don't really bother with it too much.
Do you peek mid or do you peek banana?
Banana, a lot, yeah.
They're the king of banana.
I try. I think Freiburg still has that talent.
Might still have that title over you.
Yeah, kind of a beast when it comes to the banana. But yeah, it's.
I feel like that could easily be followed by a no homo, so I just had to laugh.
I said it and I was like, yeah, that sounded a bit dodgy. But innuendo is what we do here.
Pretty much. The internet,
especially
after
when
all.
Is around. Dude has a dirty mind.
It's all the dirty jokes are generally Launder's. They're his doing. Speaking of which, he should be back somewhat soon, right? I think he probably lands today, flying back from IAM.
Yeah, he was doing interviews at San Jose, I believe.
Yes.
So he should be back any time over the next few days. But Crucial is going to be the raid boss. They have brought the Tech9 across to him, so it would suggest that he's going to be plowing out pretty aggressively. And it looks like it's going to be this B execute. So this is an important round for Infused to pick up. Furlan in a pretty good position. He's going to go look and spots a couple of players. That's information in the bag, and now he will relocate as well. So watch for those CTs to quickly get themselves round. However, they have to be careful because Red Snake's also coming round, but he gets picked off. That being said, the explosion onto B is somewhat successful with Neil M getting the first frag, but Rollin is there, and now that they hold short as well, this is the reason why the kill on Red Snake was so crucial, because it allows this two-pronged attack to come back in on the site. And Vex Gaming are looking good right now. The kills are coming down, everybody's fallen. And Vex will take it. So a good execute originally from Infused. They get the first frag. The problem was that Red Snake died.
Yeah, Pete's held Catwalk, and then you can see that Vex Gaming, most of the strength was retaking on Catwalk there, and that was a big part of Pete's, who also found a 2K along with Rallin, so that's the pistol round for Vexed, and that's actually pretty bad news for Infused. Vex now up at 10 rounds. Infused most likely going to lose. I guess we'll just say most likely going to lose one more. Because they did plant the bomb, of course, which is going to be good for them. They do buy in a bit heavy, though. Windansky and Nealon both going for Deagles.
I'm not sure I'm a big fan of that, honestly. Because, well, unless
it'll mean one less nade, no utility when you go to that AK in the next round for them.
Yeah, or potentially Galil. If they want the grenades instead, and that's quite a downgrade, Yes, they're both assault rifles, but Galil compared to an AK, there really is no comparison.
I'd rather just breathe on people than use a Galil. Have more of a chance of killing them.
I'd honestly rather just get Tech 9 armor than a Galil. I feel like the Tech 9 is more useful, at least for me anyway. I'm absolutely shocked with a Galil. But the question now is, can they make these deagles work? Can they put down a bit of damage onto Vexed Gaming? They've picked up a frag in this round. Grubby has fallen, but it's 1-for-1. neil-M gets picked off as the running MP9 is real from Roland. Now, Roland's going to go in for another couple kills, and he has landed one. Windansky, though, does answer back with one deagle shot, but he will fall as well. So 2 kills, still a pretty worthwhile investment from Infused, and here come the AKs. I'm curious to see if we are going to see a Galil, or just someone with a lack of grenades here. It's full AKs, but Windansky, therefore, is going to have nothing in the way of utility.
Yeah, I think Neil got like 2 kills and planted the bomb, so he actually still had like $2,200 when he bought his deagle, so that's why he has a smoke. But Windansky, of course, not having one. And apparently the landscaping crew has shown up outside my house, so if that picks up in my mic, guys, I apologize.
It's all good. I couldn't really hear anything.
It's certainly picking up in my ears, but I didn't pay as much for those as I did my microphone.
It kind of came for free. So,
yeah.
A lack of smokes on the side of Infused, but they're still making the AKs work. Crucial up mid takes down Furlan. They do have an open play on Rollins, so again, Peter's not going to be running with that today so far in his best of 3. It's important to mention this is a best of 3. The next map is going to be Cash, and that, of course, is Infused map, and they're pretty solid on that, but Vexed are no scrubs when it comes to Cash. It's one of their stronger maps as well. But that's in the future, and here and now it's round 18. 50 seconds left. B execute incoming from Infused, and Hyper seems to have sniffed this one out. A flashbang lands in his face. Though. That's such a good counter flash, but Roland with his AWP comes into play. He's landed 1 frag. Hyper's still doing damage while heavily damaged. And there's neil-M with 1 frag. He gets traded out though. Bomb has been planted.
Here's Red Snake jumping out, peeking. Actually, Grubby takes him down with an MP9, which still using that. Goes for the AK, takes some bullets, and Pete's hits the distracted Zed with the M4A4 and gets that bomb defused. I was looking back at the brackets actually to find out where Vexed is, since they had gone to Cluj, kind of delayed the bracket for a while. Again, I understand. This is only lower bracket round 3, so Vexed or Infused will have to do actually quite a bit more winning to even get into the money. It'll be including this one 1, 2, 3 best of 3s before they can get into the money.
Yeah, and we already
top 3 at least. I'm not exactly sure how far down we're paying out.
We already kind of discussed as well that that's really surprising considering Vexed. You know, in Maine they are one of the bigger teams in there, so a bit of a head scratcher there. But hey, if they've got the caliber, if they've got the consistency, they can still, of course, get all the way through to the top. As the Molotovs come in, Infused, because that bomb plant are afforded a few Tech 9s with Kevlar. But again, this should be pretty much a breeze for Vexed Gaming. Grubby from the back of the site doing damage. Pete's now coming in. Windansky trying desperately to get some frags down. The bomb, though, has been dropped towards Connectus. There's going to be no objective plant for Infused here in round number 19. That's going to hurt, and they only got 1 frag in return, so Vex will be very happy with that trade.
13-6, second rifle round of the second half coming out now, and Crucial will be able to get that op. Unfortunately, though, it's glass cannon. I mean, it may not matter if he just hits those shots first, but a lot of the times it can be a deal breaker. And then a decent amount of utility in AKs with the other 4. Let's see. Crucial already has taken some damage. He's going to push up past this catwalk smoke. Meanwhile, Red Snake does find the first shot onto Grubby. They know that Rowland's in the window. Crucial, though, getting a little bit worried at having to watch Cat. Now the window smoke dropped, so they'll move that position. They've taken the mid-control, and they've got themselves in a 5-on-3 right now with Grubby and Pete's taken out of the round. Hyper on Cat. He gets smoked off, but this smoke isn't good, and that's going to cost them. Or is it? Doesn't have a silenced weapon. They still didn't hear him somehow. He brings down Neil in the ladder room. Rowland hits a shot just like that from a 5-on-3 to a 3-on-3, and HP advantage going the way of Vexed Gaming. And the bomb is in a really bad spot. This is going to bite a lot of time off of the clock, even though Windansky and Red Snake are, fortified in pretty good forward positions. And there it is, a kill onto Rowland. But Furlan stops the bomb.
Got to say, that was a really sketchy round from Infused, and they could still win this, but it was just a comedy of errors. That smoke on short, and then assuming it had landed, cost them huge. Furlan now in prime position to strike. He's going to push the smoke. Oh, that is so awkward. He's got the bomb down. I'm curious
well,
as to why
I don't understand why he was so attracted to that smoke either.
Because the position he was in, yes, you've got to watch behind you, but it makes no sense to push through that smoke. You've got to assume that someone's going to be there from the T side. And I was saying how sketchy that round was from Infused, but Vexed Gaming just threw that. A 2v2 with 30 seconds left and one player low. Like, that should be theirs every day of the week.
The only thing I can assume is they were like, all right, we got the bomb down, but I'm alone. I don't want to try to hold this bomb because any good team should just, you know, double peek me to get the bomb back. Because they don't know where Red Snake and Windansky are. And then Furlan's trying to go back and group back with Hyper, and to do that he had to push through the smoke, but I don't know. That was just a weird-ass round, all around. But Red Snake is dead.
Yeah, he is dead, and I was about to say that because Vex won 4 in a row, they can still rebuy here. But that is... well, that really is, in a nutshell, the issue with Vex. Some rounds they can look like absolute monsters and machines, and next they just make fundamental errors, honestly. So, I still fancy them to still take this map. I think they're firm favourites here to close this one out. Infused have got a lot of thinking to do before Cash comes around, that's for sure. Because I feel like Cash is a map where Vexed actually are very confident and comfortable. They have a pretty solid understanding of that map, so I think it's going to get quite sketchy for Infused.
And now a 5-on-3, which actually I guess wasn't lost last time, but this time it was the other way around. Infused are trying to fight back into this round. They've done a pretty good job. They've got it to a 2-on-3. Hyper, though, going to ruin the fun and distracting Neil M enough that Furlan can come out and hit the shot. And how is Neil M doing? He's got 13 frags, so... I never really knew what happened with Neil M. He used to play for them, and then he kind of became the coach. Maybe he's back on the team now. Not really sure. Hard to keep up with these teams unless you really watch all their matches.
Yeah, it really is. And when there's so many tournaments like San Jose going on, I mean, you're kind of focusing on the top tier teams. So I'm not too sure either. He seems to be doing a pretty decent job though. That last round was a bit iffy from Infused as well. 30 seconds left to 3-on-2, and the bomb was dropped way back towards the T spawn. So they kind of had to go for the kills at that point. They couldn't afford to run back again. And here we go.
Oh, I thought Furlan got a double.
Yeah, there's a double AWP setup, and the other AWP actually landed the first shot. But Furlan with 3, make that 4 kills. Just locks down apps by himself. Lost 87 HP, but was still man enough to take them all down. 15-7. Vexed Gaming on the brink of taking us to 1-0.
Yeah, and if that's the case, it's just one more round. Pretty dominant 1-0. They got off to the rough start, but that's just the nature of losing the pistol round when you're on the T side. Or, sorry, right? Did I say that right? Yeah, they lost pistol, and then, you know, 4 spot didn't quite work out. Infused was bringing it to him in the first 5 rounds, got, what, 5 in a row, and then since then lost pretty much every round, every other round of the half, except one more that they snuck in there at round 14. And then second half hasn't been any different. But Neil,
actually,
what?
Yeah, through the smoke on the rip. It's actually a really good point that you raised there. That 15-7, I mean, it still looks pretty one-sided, but take into account that it effectively was like a 5-0 handicap for Vexed Gaming.
Take into account that Infused literally only has 2 rifle rounds won.
Yeah. Not a great stat, is it?
No.
So, Vexed just steamrolling away with this map. It's all said. He could potentially pull off a huge play here, but Pete's going to say no. 16-7 is the scoreline. 21 kills for Pete's without an AWP. Impressive stuff.
Yeah. Pete's new Pasha biceps, apparently.
They're both Polish.
Puts down the AWP, drops 40 bombs.
Confirmed, mate.
All right, well, as Meta said, that is map 1. Map 2, I think you were mistaken, by the way. I think it's Cobble.
Great caster, by the way. If you want to just go ahead
prepared.
And...
nice research, 10 of 10.
If you want to go ahead and report me, I'd understand.
Yeah, reported. If only I could from GoTV. Yeah, so it's going to be Cobble coming up, and the decider map was Dust 2, although I'm thinking we maybe won't need it. I mean, we've seen Infused play on Cobble. They seem pretty decent. But we'll wait until after this commercial break here for what they're going to be made of. So make sure to come back and join myself, Helium. I got Metas with me. We're on Play CEVO here on MLG.TV, and this is the CEVO-M European Playoffs continuing after a short break. Stay tuned.